안녕하세요! Here are things to be aware of before you travel to South Korea. And for more general travel tips, check out my previous video. One thing that you should be aware of is that there are a lot of shared toilets in South Korea, meaning it may just be one restroom shared for females and males. So if you enter a restaurant, a bar, cafe, or any building, if they don't have separate entrances for males and females, that's considered quite normal in Korea, just be aware. For example, it may be one opening to the restroom, and inside there may be two stalls, but one of the stalls can be female, one of the stalls can be male. In this case, if you want to be extra safe, just lock the outside door so that you have your private space. So if you want to be extra safe, use restrooms in the subway stations or in big franchise cafes. Another thing about restrooms is that in Korea, especially cafes, you will find that a lot of bathrooms are password protected. In this case, you can ask the employee for the password or check your receipt. There might be information about the restroom password. Similarly, if you need Wi-Fi password, just ask the employee or it'll usually be up on a wall or somewhere. If you have any food allergies or dietary restrictions, this one's important. In a lot of Korean menus, they don't indicate specific ingredients or any details about the dish. So it's important for you to have a translation app or website such as Papago or Google Translate so that you can actively communicate your needs to the employees. If you're planning to use the bus at least once, you must know that you need to ring the bell before you want to get off. Meaning, the bus drivers might not necessarily stop for you if nobody has rang the bell. So there will be bells throughout the bus that you can ring right before you get to the destination. And if somebody has already pressed on it, you don't need to. Be careful before you sit on these seats. So in Korean public transportation, we have designated areas for pregnant women, the elderly, and anyone with disabilities. So on subways, it'll look something like this. The seats for elderly are usually off to the sides, and the seat for pregnant women are usually marked pink. So it's better to always leave those seats open in case anybody needs them. If you're planning to travel around in a taxi, here are the things you should look for. A red 빈차 sign means empty car, so that means nobody's on the taxi and is not reserved for anyone. If you see green or blue, it means most likely someone reserved the taxi already, so they won't be stopping for you. If you see no light at all, it means somebody's already on the taxi. So keep that in mind if you're trying to hail a taxi on the streets. One more important thing that you should know is that through the Naver Map app, you can see how long it'll take to your destination and approximately how much your taxi fare will be once you search up your destination before getting on the taxi. So just keep that in mind so that you know what to expect when you're about to pay. Having to order food at bars is something that you might find strange. So in Korea, a lot of bars or restaurants don't allow you to just order drinks. So a lot of the times they will ask you to order a dish as well. This is very common in Korea, so make sure to just ask before you order anything. Not all places enforce this rule, but it is good to be prepared. If you're someone who cannot handle spicy food at all, you must be careful. In Korea, oftentimes you'll see levels of spice at certain restaurants. But don't be tricked, even level 1 is mildly spicy, but since Koreans in general have high spice tolerance, it'll be indicated as level 1, but it may still be spicy to you. A lot of the times when you ask the employee how spicy level 1 is, they may say, oh, it's 신라면 level. So if you're someone that can take this spiciness of 신라면, you'll be good. Take note of these emergency numbers. First is the 112, which is the police. Use these numbers to report any violence, criminal activities, or abuse. 119 is the fire department. Use this number for any fire-related emergency or any medical emergencies. 110 is the government call center. This is used for inquiries regarding bills, fines, or civil complaints. 1330 is the Tourism Information Center. Use this number to ask about anything regarding hotels, transportation, shopping, and other travel-related inquiries. The general escalator etiquette is that you stand on the right side and walk up on the left side. Of course, this is not a requirement, but that's what the general people do. So make sure to watch the local behaviors and follow. And if you want to stand, it's safer to stand on the right. Be careful if you're walking on a busy street. A lot of the times, the boundaries between driving cars and walking pedestrians is blurry, so just be careful. So these are some things that you should be aware of or be careful of when you travel to Korea. If you want more general tips, like I said before, you can check out my previous video. I'll also link it in my descriptions. And if you would also like to learn some Korean before coming to Korea, make sure to check out my course. And I'll see you next time.